So basically here you have this route path. Okay, it is kind of a straightforward. Okay, you can see route path equal to you're giving a path and you're telling what component need to be rendered when I am hitting product details. So it will render product detail component. So let's look at that, if I am able to go to product detail component or not. So here you can see when I'm going to product details, I'm able to render my product detail component. So it is working fine. Apart from that, I wanted to see the URL, current URL in my destination component, that is product detail component. So I wanted to check what is the current URL, or I wanted to check the current parameters that is coming in. So all this information I wanted. So when I do console log props, you can see when I'm doing this dot props, I will be able to see some route props. Okay. So see there, I'm getting history, location, and match. You just need to do this dot props. That's it. So you will get history, location, and match. So in history, you can see the length, complete length of the URL. Action is pop. The location it will show you. Location, path name. It will give you the complete. The path name / product details. So if you want to use the current, path or something, you will get it over here. So I use match only. Okay. So match dot path. If you do, you will get the current URL, and I will add /id like this. Okay, so I take the path and I will append the id. Okay, so I do something like that, and you can see I can use the URL also, right? So is exact true, these kind of things you have it, right? That is what I was trying to achieve, this history, location, and match, which I was not getting it earlier. Okay, but the thing is, when I was trying it like this, because in this way, if I want to pass some data which is there in the state, let's say home data, I want to pass it, I cannot pass it like this. Okay, home data like this, I can't pass it, it's wrong. Okay, I can't. So there will be a scenario where you need to pass the data from your app component along with the routes. So how will you pass the props? How will you pass the home data in this case? So what I did, I wrapped the component inside route. So inside route, now I will be able to pass the data. See, in this way, data equal to this dot state dot home data. So what is there in home data? Welcome to home page. See there, when I click on home, I'm getting this, welcome to home page. So I want to have both. I want to pass the data also, and I want to get the route props also. So how will I do that? So I was not able to get it, okay, because I was not passing the props link. So in this way, if you want to have that location, match, and history, then you need to use render prop method. Okay, so directly you're using the render method equal to whatever the response you'll be getting, that you are passing it as a prop. Okay, so here based on this / products, you're rendering this product component. This is what you're saying. So as soon as you pass this, this dot props, when I go to my products and when I access it props, I'll be getting that value. So let's go to products component. So as soon as we go to products component, let's have this products. What we are getting, location, history, and match, right? So let's go to products. Okay, and you'll find a history, location, and match. So match dot path or match dot URL, I can use it, right? So I'll uncomment it. Props dot match dot URL, I'm using /1, so it will append it in the current URL, right? So that is what we are telling over here, products /id. Okay, so we will be in a products page, and when I click on one, it's going to 3, it's updating. See, 4. And now what I will do is, I want to fetch the ID from the URL. So how should I do that? So I can use switch. So let me have switch. I'll use it here only, down here, and show the ID. Okay, so based on ID, you can make some API call. So let's have a switch. Inside that switch, we can write what we want to display. So you can display this product item, right? So let's say I'll write a route. Or you can do it down below over here if you want to remove this and want to have just below the products. I mean, in the same page, products page only, you want to show the details based when you click on the product, you can do that. Okay, so let's go to product item. And yeah, as we are passing the parameter, we can able to see the parameter in the props, route props, right? So let's write props over here, parameter or not. So I'll go to app.js file. And then here you can see I have a browser router. Inside that I have a header. Then switch I have. So I have this route. So this is a default path. For a default path, I'm rendering home. For slash home also I'm rendering home. Okay, and for products, when we say slash products, I'm rendering products component. Okay, and then here I'm rendering contact about based on the path, and if nothing matches, then it will go to page not found. Okay, so these are all things are working, right? So you can say it is a outer layer route, right? Or parent route, you can say. So parent routes are working. So if I'm clicking on home, it is going products, contact, about. In products, we are doing two things. One is the nested routing, and the other one is the parameter passing, right? So when we go to products, what I did is I have imported link, route, and switch because I just wanted to show the details just below the products here only, right? So I have a switch. Switch is like a container where it will display your component, right? So when I click on product one, you can see I'm actually taking up the current URL and appending the route, appending the ID, right? So props.match.url, you have seen that how we were getting a prop, right? So let me show you again. So let's say right now I'm in home component, right? And when we go to products, I'm getting this, right? History, location, and match. Match.url I'm using, right? Slash products. So that's what I'm doing over here. Okay, I'm getting that URL. So I'm appending the ID. Okay, or you can directly write products. Okay, so here I'm writing products colon ID. That means for this URL I'm going to render product item, right? So if it matches with slash products slash ID, so this is a parameter, right? So if slash products 1 is there and 2 is there, 3, 4 like this it is there, then it is going to render this product item. So yesterday what we did is first of all we didn't had the forward slash, and then we were not passing it correctly, and we didn't had this exact also. So that is the reason it was always going to a products component. It was not displaying this product item. So I added exact. Whenever I click on this product item like product 1 or 2, it was rendering products only. So I understood that it was matching with that URL and it is rendering products only. So I need to write this exact. Whenever it finds that there is a route parameter, and it is going to render product item. So when we go to product item, I have used params hook, which also comes from a React router DOM. It is very easy. You can take the parameters from the URL using use params hook. So you have destructurized it from use params. So you are directly using them like this. Okay, ID is ID. So that is how I'm getting it. You can see when I click on product 1, I'm able to see ID is 1. Okay, go back to home. This URL is there, which will navigate back to home. Right? So I'm using the use params hook. Now let's say if you don't want to use params hook, you are using props. Okay, because see, if I want to see, I've clicked on 1, right? So here, see, I'm getting the params also now. Okay, so ID, I'm getting 1, right? So how do you write it now? You'll be writing it props.match.params.id, right? So in this case, you don't need to write use params at all, right? You can use it like this, props.params.id, directly like this. You can use it. See there, you are getting it. So before using hooks, understand what you needed, because easily you can get it through props, right? Why to again take it from that library when you can get it easily with props? Okay, so if you want to use params, then directly you can use the use params and get the ID. Now here I have used a higher order component called with router, which is coming from a React router DOM. So this with router, I have wrapped it to a product item, because I just wanted to see whether I'm getting the params or not. If I remove this with router, you can see what will happen. Because when you don't use with router, you will not get params at all. Will not get params at all. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll uncomment this use param, and now I'll use the ID. Okay. So this is you can say use params ID. So see, I'm getting use params ID 1, but I'm not getting props ID, right? For that, if you want that, then you have to wrap your component with router. Okay, so with router will give you the updated params. So now in here, I'll update it like this with router. So it is a kind of a higher order component. So higher order component always take a component as a parameter. Okay, so now let's say I have used this inside the products.js only, right? It is showing just below the products, but I don't want to do that. I want to have this in my app.js file. I'll go to my app.js file. Okay, let's say this only. We can comment this. When we go to app.js file, okay, we are rendering product item. Now see what will happen. Okay, let's say I'm going to home, then products, and when you click on product 1, what's happening? It is again rendering products only. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to avoid this confusion. So for that, you need to write exact over here also. See there? Now it's working. Now I'll go to products 3, see. So products 1, products 4. Okay, so in this way you have to set up your routes. Okay, so now the one thing is left is how we are going to programmatically route, right? After performing some operations, how are we going to route? Okay, let me use contact now, headers, right? So here I will write my query param, let's say slash question mark, and followed by what should I write? Product name, product group ID, something like that. You can write it equal to, give some value. Okay, let's give some alphanumeric. Okay, I have this. Now what we'll do is, as I have passed this, I'm going to use them. Okay, so let's go to contact component. It's here. Okay, let me use hook. So let's say import. I'll be using use location hook. So use location hook is also same like location which we were seeing in props. Okay. I have shown that example. This I'm showing because this is little different. React router down. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll create a variable. Say let location use location. Then we can write query. Will write and we'll have this URL search params. Yeah, see that I'm getting it. Okay, so I'm going to home, products, about, contact. Okay, query params, I'm getting the value, right? Okay, so what I did, I used a use location hook. Okay, so this is an instance of this use location hook. So what I'm doing, I'm using this URL search params constructor. From there, I'm searching for this product group. So you need to write location.search.get the key name. Okay, product group. So now we'll see programmatically how we can route to other component wherever you want, right? So let's say I'm here in contact component. Okay, and I have a button. Click of button, I want to navigate somewhere. So I'm writing click here to navigate to home. Okay, so we'll be writing a function over here. So let's have a function let equal to. Now here you can perform any set of operations. Okay, after performing, let's say you want to write some condition and then you want to navigate. If it matches, then you will navigate, otherwise you will not be navigating to any other component. You will be writing some condition. If it's satisfying, then you will be navigating, otherwise you will be navigating to somewhere else, or you will perform some operation, some task, and then you will be navigating somewhere else, right? So these kind of things you can do it with the programmatical routing. Okay, so right now I want to navigate to home, because I have written over here click here to navigate to home, right? So I'll have this function. Okay, and then here I'll be writing props. Okay, let's have a props over here. So props dot history dot where slash home. So now let's do that. Let's see whether it's working or not. So first of all, I'll go to home, go to contact, and then here I'll write click here to. Okay, push of undefined, that means it is not getting history. Okay, yeah, got it. Let me see how I'm doing. Okay, the same thing I'm doing it. Okay, so it is not getting the props from this route, right? That's the reason it is not happening. So we can either do it in this way or we can do it in this way. Okay, so I'll quickly go ahead with this way. Now let me see. So I'll click on this. Now see, I'm navigating back to home, right? So with the routes, you'll get the props. Otherwise, if you're not getting the props, we have hooks as optional, right? So I can even use, like how we have used use location, use params, right? I can even use history. Okay, so here I can write use history. Okay, and here I will write let history equal to use history. Now you can directly write history dot. Got it? So I'm not taking it from props, I'm taking it from that hook. Okay, so now here let me refresh it. Let's go to contact. Then see that I got navigated to home, right? So either you can do it with the props or you can use the hooks like this. Okay, there is one more thing called redirect to. Okay, so redirect to will, you can push it, like you can navigate. Let's say I have here flag, I have it, that flag equal to use stick. Redirected to should be used in class component. Okay, history.push should be used in functional component programmatically. So let's say inside render or something, if you're writing like this, if this dot state dot flag, if it is true, then you can return, okay, like this, redirect. Where do you want to navigate to? Let's say home. So this thing you can do it in a class component. Okay, it is same like your history.push in functional component.